Welcome to the little village of Rampton in Nottinghamshire, and just behind that gate there, tucked away in a little country lane, are the greyhound kennels of Jason Gray, Nottingham trainer. He took over the licence from his father back in 2012, and he's certainly a graded trainer to keep an eye on.
We've got 3 kennel blocks. We've got 40 greyhounds in total, and we have 37 of those are racing. Obviously we've built this up and we're looking to develop it over the coming years, another 1, maybe 2 kennel blocks.
And there's a really nice dog to staff ratio here, isn't there? Tell me about that.
It is, yeah. I mean, I'm a big believer that, you've got to have the staff, and I've got a really, really good team here. I've got 8 staff in total, 5 full-time and the others are part-time. And you need the staff to put the effort and time into the dogs to get the best out of them. Yeah. So, like I say, we've got a good team and it works really, really well. Part of our investment in the staff is we've got 2. Richard Genders, he's my head kennel hand, and Yasmin Schofield, she's kennel hand, and they've just started on the 1st of October the GBGB apprenticeship for animal management and welfare, so hopefully they're the future.
It's something that I really wanted to do, to learn about bits and bobs about the greyhound industry, even though I have been in it a bit now. Then once I heard Polly Smith was going to be there, I thought I could learn a lot more from Polly and hopefully learn to pick up the few niggles and be able to identify it myself.
How did the first day go? What did you learn? Anything?
I learned a lot, to be fair. All ins and outs of all different types of muscles and how to treat them, how to identify when they've got cough coming, and literally loads of things that I probably never even thought about.
It's a really important thing, isn't it? For all the greyhounds in our countries, they're going to end up in the end being better looked after.
Oh yeah, it's a great step forward for ground welfare. Everyone's going to learn how to take better care of the dogs. They'll be racing to the peak performance and stuff like that. I can't wait for it. I really can't.
Do you see yourself with a long future ahead in greyhound racing?
Yeah, I want to get more knowledge and understand more, and want to become a trainer if I can get myself to it. If you love the dogs, then they will do good racing.
The dogs are here are very loved, aren't they?
Yeah, very loved.
You've got some lovely dogs here today, all looking very happy, all your dogs here, but a few that we want to feature in particular. Tell us about Born to Achieve, a very young greyhound.
He is, yeah. We got him from Drew Richards in Drumbo Park over in Ireland. He's been here 2 months. He's January 17, so he's a young dog. He's a big dog. He's 36.5 kilo, and he's made a really, really good start. He trialled in, had his first race, just got beaten an A3 grade, and then last week he won his first race in A3 in a really good time. And the owner, Stan, is one of my good owners. He's got high hopes for him, and hopefully he's going to make at least A1 and a minor open, so fingers crossed. So we'll see how we go with him.
Obviously he's still very young, so you don't know, but are those hopes of the owner justified? Do you think he will be a good dog for us to follow?
He's got all the attributes. He's a good stamp of a dog. He's good breeding, and that. So he's made a very, very good start. So hopefully he'll continue. And there's no guarantees, but we'll try his best with him and get the best out of him.
Going along the young and big theme, we've also got Havana Hitman, who you've been schooling and have high hopes for him too. Yeah,
April 17, big fawn dog. He's 35 kilos. I've schooled him over the last few months at Ascot. I like it up there for schooling. He'll have his first trial at Nottingham over 255, and again we've got high hopes for him, so we'll see where we go with him.
Obviously, again, very hard to tell, but you're hoping sort of minor opens?
Yes. Going on what his brothers and sisters have done, they've made very good starts at different tracks all over the country, and we're hoping that he's going to get, again, certainly A1 and minor open. But again, like we said before, we're born to achieve. There's no guarantees.
I think there's something about this litter, though, that has certainly caught your eye, and that of Stuart Buckland, who's got a couple as well. You've got Havana State, which is the litter sister here, and just something about her that you like.
I spoke to Drew and about the litter, and I've always had dogs from Drew, and he breeds them and does them very, very well. and the breeding on this litter, it's the first bitch's litter, and hopefully they're all going to be very, very good. But I don't know, it's just something about them, something I've seen in her and Havana Hitman as well. They've got a lot of nice qualities, and hopefully they'll make good dogs.
Lovely for us to follow them at the start of their career as well. And you've got another greyhound that isn't quite so young, an Irish name, and my Irish is terrible, so I'm going to let you introduce him.
On Bacale. What it means in Irish, I've got no idea. He's August 16, so he's just got turned 2 years old. We got him over from Ireland, unraced. He started off A8 and he's been working his way up the grades, and he's now A4, and he's won 1 or 2 races along the way. And I'm hoping that we can try and squeeze a few more grades out of him and get him up to, you know, maybe A2, something like that. But he's a nice dog, he's a nice graded dog, and he's going the right way.
How rewarding is it for you when you start a dog off in perhaps a lower grade and either progressing through the grades or even to maybe minor open class like you have done? How much do you enjoy that?
I get a lot of satisfaction out of, you know, I'm predominantly a graded trainer, but I get a lot of satisfaction out of bringing dogs through that might well have been either young dogs or at lower grades, and bringing them through. I mean, hopefully every dog that we seem to get, we try and improve and get the best out of it, and it gives me a lot of pleasure, because you can get dogs that you pay good money for and they're there doing the business, but I think I get a lot more satisfaction out of something that's either unraced or trying to improve it, and that, so we'll see.